A lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is. Evil.
Knievel.
Not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
how do you
you-
want to do this? Do you want to...
I want
Our-
go for your spiel.
Our
man.
normal.
Yeah, at least we'll start off normal, and
Yeah,
then
we're
they'll
feeling-
find out it's not normal.
Yeah, that's right. We can do that. Grab a bottled water, if that's cool. Are we hot? It feels like
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
This
Do
is
you
cool.
feel hot?
No, I'm temperature always perfect. At New Leonard Media Studios, to be honest with you. And I mean that.
You said that kind of fast. New Leonard
Media
Studios. Let's make sure we get that.
Well, I'm just saying, and that's how it comes out every time, but this is the most comfortable place to be
Yeah,
on bowling night, as we call it. But yeah,
right.
the lighting, everything about it.
The lighting is
Not a joke.
It feels like a stage.
Yeah, there's
It
a lot
feels
of love.
it feels like we're doing
The
a gig.
show is starting with love. No matter how it turns out, everybody, on A Little Independent, the podcast where two friends
Love.
talk about independent, obscure, just plain weird movies. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello. Wow.
How are you?
That's not the first deep voice greeting we've heard today.
No.
Isn't that cool? Oh, you know what?
We got two.
Yeah. And today's movie is all about deep voices, I think. Are people known for them?
Yeah, speaking to Deutsch. Interesting you called it a movie. I like that.
Yeah, I know.
Because
so
they're about to be surprised because we have
suppose.
gone AWOL. We have gone off script. We are doing something we have never done before. And we hope you like it. And we hope we like it.
And in the description, which is, to be crafted at some point, we hope the trajectory of the show is of such where this makes sense. And it comes on the power back of your experiment last week.
Your choice of words
Do you
there
know what
is
I
getting
mean?
getting more and more X-rated every episode.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, this one could be considered.
This episode, yeah.
When we said experimental, I think really experimental. This was an experiment in all senses of all of the words that we've used so far on our podcast.
Yep. Our prep is completely different.
That's kind of big. Everything's, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think we're creating enough.
It was just today that it happened and it's still
Fresh.
Yeah, it is, but it's already starting to fade. Well, maybe I should stop, having too much going on
Start with that.
in one time. Well,
Yeah, you were.
we're so glad that anybody has tuned into this particular episode for whatever reason. And we did some pregame for this episode, but we didn't do a ton. So I think we're still going to discover quite a bit along the way here.
Yeah, this is wild, woolly. Who knows where it's going to go?
Well,
Our pregame, we met for lunch.
yes,
and discussed,
we had
if
a
we
nice
would-
light lunch.
Yeah,
How
Euros.
Hollywood of us. We lunched.
Yeah. At the local.
Did you just tell people what we had?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like they're just going to be dying to hear it.
Well,
What did they have? Oh my God!
we
they
had
didn't-
lunch. The first thing you think of is what did you have?
I hope anybody did care about
Ryan
that.
had a little salad with his, and I had fries. I was misbehaving.
I want to hear. How often do you listen to the show? Not to put you on the spot.
To our show,
Yeah,
truthfully,
this is fun. Again, we love each other. So, but you don't have to
for
answer.
self-serving.
What's funny
you
is
know,
when you go back and listen, I want you to listen to how you said little salad, because the
just now, you mean?
yes, the way you tried to, take the masculinity out of it
Did I?
was so, you deflated little salad. You made it sound Like,
And
you know,
I had
I just literally was
fries.
eating the color pink the entire
I had the
time.
masculine fries. Ryan had the petite salad.
Yeah.
Is that what I did?
Yes, you did. It was really
Well,
interesting
thanks
to
for
me.
calling me out on that. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was going all alpha. I'll tone it down a little bit here. We'll
Ryan,
pull it back.
you had
a
little salad,
little-
like my disappointed dad. You should have eaten a
You had
steak, you weirdo.
a flaccid salad.
Oh, and speaking of flaccid, we were doing so much to tee up. Well, we should say what today's movie is.
Oh, do tell. And since I listen to us all the time in my spare moments, you know,
Uh-oh.
it's kind of
For many reasons,
You
I
go,
thought today was going to be our last podcast. And now
Oh.
I'm thinking even more so. This could be the end.
You thought that this would break our relationship,
I'll tell you
our
why.
partnership.
Our film today is called, technically, and we didn't talk about this, but Lindemann Live in Moscow.
Right. And it's a concert.
Is that okay
Yeah.
to say? Because that's what's on the cover. So it is a concert video, but I have decided that this falls under maybe weird as far as films, because you can see it as a film, maybe not necessarily as a narrative, but in the way that Todd was not exposed to any kind of music like this. So
No, this is not at all what I ever listened to. And so tell it, this is like your go-to video. Like you have this on all the time in the background. This is like your blanket,
yes,
your little blankie.
yes, this is the most.
And that's the most disturbing part of this whole show, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to know.
Yeah,
I didn't
knew
use
it.
folks. See, I use ladies and gentlemen. Is that I'm getting more formal now because I listen to our podcast all
All of
the
our
time
stuff's coming out.
and
Oh my God, see?
critique myself.
This is the end.
Oh, we've lost them.
Yeah. We're already 47 minutes in, and we haven't talked about the movie. But yes, and I will say this is the most masturbatory episode of this podcast possible. It is the most self-indulgent for me because this is my happiest things coming together musically. And how does that translate to film? Well, again, this concert put together by essentially what is a super group for me. There's so many visual elements that I just kind of felt like it was woven in a way like a film, so you could view it as such.
Yeah, the production value was tremendous. I will say that, and the editing, very, high level. I mean, it was really well.
It looks
produced.
really good.
Yeah,
It looks really,
lot
really
of
good.
lot of money put into it.
It's from 2021, and we'll go into the description. And so we're gonna do the episode like we do, formatting wise. So the film description, this is from IMDb, is recording of Lindemann's live concert in Moscow in 15 of March 2020, just before the worldwide lockdown in the VTB arena. Your thoughts?
So in the early beginning, they were showing the Red Square, and I went to Castaway because he's on the phone going,
yeah.
"Here I am."
Gosh, that's
here
a
I am
brilliant
unloading
opening of a movie.
unloading
Shit.
in Red Square. And when I saw that, my mind went to Castaway. I just thought that was kind of...
That's fascinating to me because, Russian imagery in movies, it's funny. There's a lot of iconic ones. You see the Kremlin in so many movies.
Right.
A lot of people may go to Rocky IV.
Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
So
So
it blows up.
Like one that you go to is that. That's fascinating.
Yeah, that was what popped in my mind
Yeah,
when I
that's
saw
cool.
that. Yeah.
That's really cool. And I think it's an apt description. That's what it is. I read it as it's written in IMDb in 15 of March, just before the worldwide lockdown in the VTB arena. So, yeah, this was filmed on March 15th of 2020.
Yep. That's when we shut down here, too, like the day.
So, yeah, this was the last big, as I understand it, the last big concert that happened. And you see, evidence of what's to come, I guess. Folks wearing masks and stuff. But just fascinating, the spectacle of it. And I love that part. And it stars a band. So we'll go through the band.
Okay.
And I'll just, I guess there's two stars of the movie. So you have two leads and then the band.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I know a little bit just what you told me, but you're going to kind of be educating me as we go.
In a way. This is
describe the type of music? What would you say?
What I think the type of music is?
Yeah.
That's a good question. It's I think heavy industrial because of the,
right,
electronic and symphonic components. But that's a really
it's like, for me, it was like Nightwish meets industrial metal or something like that. A kind of combination of the two, because it had all the synth and poppiness behind it. I mean, there was even a disco tune in there. The bass player did some popping.
And a little love for the bass.
Do you hear that in death metal, industrial metal, the guy popping on the bass ever? You would know. I don't.
Oh yeah. That's not super, super rare.
Okay.
But, the fact that these kind of confluences came together, shows you just how diverse they are.
Okay.
And I think how brilliant these two individuals are as musicians. and the material and their material and lyrics are I don't know, they're rated, you couldn't get a rated R on this. You would definitely get a rated X. Yeah, this
triple X on this one. Not to be confused with the other triple X, Vin Diesel. And
thank you for mentioning it.
Yeah, you're a man.
Thanks.
Family.
Yes, that's what this podcast is about. That's clearly what this video and concert is about. So it stars Till Lindemann, and we've established that you didn't really. So he is best known as the singer of the band Rammstein.
Oh, so I saw in the end produced by Till Lindemann, so that's him.
Yes,
he is the guy that I called a Herman Munster.
Yeah. Pornographic Herman Munster.
Yeah, I think that's what I wrote down, because
that's good. That's good.
You have to. That's the best description I can give you, folks. Okay. There's the folks. Here it comes.
And what fascinates me is he's arguably one of the biggest musicians in the world. Like, Rammstein's on tour right now, and it's all anybody can talk about. They're one of the only bands that could sell out like 3 consecutive arenas probably right now.
Are they German?
Yeah. Yes,
they're originally German.
Originally and continually. I think a few of them live in Los Angeles, a few live in New York, but they're
a German band.
Yes, they're a German band. And their origin is amazing, and it could be its own podcast. There's an amazing documentary on them, and they're known for their unbelievably elaborate stage shows, the pyrotechnics, the fire. Even one of their songs is, fire is said over and over, and it's in the beginning of the movie Triple X.
No way.
So thank you. Yes. So that band that was playing at the beginning of
So I set that Rammstein up for you.
Yes, you did.
Without even knowing it.
Completely unknowing. Look at the synergy. If you could see it. I mean, it's palpable.
I know.
That's a great podcast word.
We're probably wearing the same color underwear.
Probably. Well, you can see I'm wearing all
white.
We're
off on the shirts.
I'm wearing all white to honor the band playing today.
Oh.
And they're, all white suits.
With of course, the original uniform. You're wearing the original uniform.
Wearing the OG uniform. So Till is
the OG.
Till has been in some movies. He was in a movie called Pola X in 1999, and unsurprisingly, it looks very provocative. And there's a lot of vaginas all over the cover.
Did he write it or
no? It's like a real movie. It's was made in another country. I forget where, maybe French. And then he's in a horror film in 2004 called Vincent, Vinzent. So he's uncredited, but it's a horror thriller, and it's a legit movie. And there is a movie that really ties to Rammstein, and have you ever seen Lost Highway?
No.
David Lynch.
Oh, it's a Lynch film?
Bill Pullman.
Maybe. But it's like I can't tell you what it's about.
In traditional David Lynch form, it's bizarre. And he used an early Rammstein song for the movie. and it's the song that really drones on "Run, Shine," and it's again very Lynchian, and it helped put them on the map. So a movie, and apparently David Lynch on the set would like literally blast the song, it just droning on and on to get everybody in the mood. So these stories, so they're a band though that works hard. Until is just, I think, a mad, creative, insane genius. I think he's one of the true. There's just punk rock. There's edge to him. He doesn't give a fuck. This guy, he's a mystery to me. He's just, his presence is insane, and he's one of the biggest rock stars in the world.
Yeah, and see, not knowing any of this, watching it, he's an older guy, and he's wearing they're all wearing all white, and they're all covered in like white powder, kind of zombie looking,
like corpse makeup.
Corpse makeup, yeah. And he being Till, the lead singer, he just had this command of the audience without really doing anything, and now I understand why, because he's like Robert Plant walking out with
yeah,
or something, and the whole audience is all fixated on it. But the audience, what surprised me the most was how young the audience was.
Right,
a lot of teen and 20-somethings, word for word. And so this is like a solo project for him outside of...
Yeah, so he did this along with my musical hero, Peter Totgren. And that was well transitioned, man. It's like we've been doing this a little while. It was gorgeous. Like, my nipples are hard. That was so nice.
You better, well... That
over
fits
to you,
in with
Ryan.
the video. He would, he'd be twisting on those right now.
Yeah. So
twist and shout.
Wait, we can't pay for that. So
we got to edit that out.
Yeah. Peter Totgren is a literally, to be very clear, a musical idol hero of mine. I love this man. And not in the same way I love Till. Till's somebody that I want to, I want to know him. I want him to marry me. I want him to take care of me.
You might not.
You know what
I do. You won't come back out of the castle.
I understand it may hurt.
You know who H.H. Holmes is?
I do.
Okay.
But
this guy
I'm
is
so fascinated by this guy.
Cut from the same cloth.
I can't tell you why. I am so man-fatuated with
Till.
With Till. I love, Peter Totgren, not in that same way, but he is on that same level of genius to me, but just in a completely different way, because Peter Totgren I first learned of in the early 90s from a death metal band called Hypocrisy. And another style that I love, and I know you being the classical musician that you are, and this is, again, folks, another way that we shouldn't be in the same room together. Our energies are, I feel like, constantly fighting adjacent or around us to be like, don't let these fucking guys kill each other.
Well, I'm not classically trained, jazz trained, yes, but I didn't study classical, not to be fair, because that.
But this is not your jam.
No. No, there's zero chance of me watching this again.
And
because of the music isn't my.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you heart palpitations. I call all that kind of stuff death metal, but he wasn't doing the raw, and it had a Nightwish, orchestra feeling to it because of the pre-recorded music that they were playing over the top of.
Yeah. And Peter is somebody that I found his band Hypocrisy in the album Penetralia, and it had, I know. That's the first one.
What was the name of your band, Ryan?
At that time?
No, the band that you were in before you moved up here that we all...
Bloodstream Parade?
Yeah.
That's not as hardcore as Penetralia, I suppose.
Okay. But there is a Bloodstream Parade in the video in this particular movie that I am not going to ever talk about.
You are just connecting all sorts of shit today. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And so Peter is somebody who I found in a very crowded, death metal scene. There's so much going on, and it was so new to me. And I was first just drawn into the album cover. You remember, like,
oh yeah.
And even for music that you love, you were probably you shopped with your eyes, right?
Yeah, still do.
Yeah, me too. And so it was all about the cool album cover. The name really almost didn't matter as long as the logo was fucking cool, because hypocrisy amongst, cattle decapitation and Cannibal Corpse and, Infant Annihilator, even more current. It wasn't as extreme, but, the song titles fit the mold. And so you bought it, and knowing that they were Swedish made it like all the better. So little insight.
Okay.
Giving you a little peer, and I put this album on and it's like, it really was my kind of heavy. And what he did was, he wasn't, I think, the original singer of the band. Then he took over guitar and vocals. And in the early 90s, they released an album called Abducted, and it completely changes. It's super melodic, and it starts out with the song Roswell 47, and it starts his musical fascination with aliens. And I just...
That's the year.
It was so fucking cinematic, and it was so all of his stuff. And, it was fascinating to me. And I just loved how this guy who could be so hardcore, and it has like the best fucking death metal voice ever, the deepest growl. He can hold a crazy scream longer than any human should. Oh, wow,
because he didn't do any of that.
No, not in this
band. This video, in this concert.
And he's as fucking hardcore as anybody.
He's got that look. I mean, he's scary looking. Yeah. Even with the two, he's wearing two long pigtails.
Well, he looks like...
But his death stare constantly through the whole thing, you're just like, he belongs in a...
Did he look like somebody to you at all? I didn't want to plant this in your head, but I think... And it's on the internet who...
Oh, okay.
He looks very much like Johnny Depp.
Oh, I didn't get... Well, the pigtails really throws it off, in the pasty white makeup.
You can Google it. I've always said it too. And he's actually in one of his... So anyway, I'll kind of merges into Nightwish a little bit. But he just diverges, and I just think this guy's a fucking genius. I really do. And also in the early, or maybe it was early 2000s, forgive me, you're the good person with ears. This would be in the 90s. I'm in college, and I'm at the radio station, and I'm the metal music director. And
where Chicago?
No, this is in Valparaiso, Indiana. Valpo, Indiana. Remember the guy in the lunchroom, the big guy who loved hearing us talk about movies?
Yeah, in engineering.
He went there.
Oh, wow.
That was our weird bond. You remember how weirdly this gentle giant of a man ever taught? And he was probably the most genius dude ever. You know what I mean? But he just sat there, just kind of...
kept to himself.
Just
listened.
Yeah.
But, you wouldn't want to have him angry at you.
Right, you wouldn't think,
so
but he
big.
Just one day came up and like, I love hearing you guys talk about movies, man. And I was like, really? Okay, that's awesome.
Hashtag the lunchroom? No, what's our hashtag for that?
Hashtag the lunchroom, yeah.
Is it the lunchroom?
The lunchroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm being funny
that's
today.
A good plug.
I'm being silly.
But I'm, I'm in college, and I'm the metal music director, and I get a CD, and that was back in the time when CDs, and everybody all can look up.
What's that?
What they are, if you don't know, blah, blah, blah. And hopefully we're not joking about how people don't know about what CDs are. But I get, that shipment of CDs, and I get a CD from a band called Pain. And it's just a guy crouched on the cover. And, you're just looking at the cover, and it's not super metal or interesting. Pain, interesting, and song titles. And it's on Nuclear Blast Records, which at the time, that was good. You'd look at that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Remember when, if it was on this label, you'd give it a shot?
Yeah. Well, like your one copy... at the video store.
Yeah, like the right production company.
Yeah.
A24, you'll always watch it, right?
Got it, it has, or the look to it, like a lot of them had that yellow in it, so you knew it was going to be a little independent.
You assume, you'll give something a shot. Remember when we gave things a chance? So you'd see...
Remember when we had compassion?
And I see Nuclear Blast Records, and I see I think it said produced by Peter Tatgren, and I was like, oh, interesting. So I open it up, and it turns out it's him. It's a one-man band. It's just him. He does the vocals, the guitars, the drums, and it
cool.
says synthesizers, arrangements, keyboards. And I'm
Yeah.
like, huh. And in Hypocrisy, again, when they got a little more melodic but still heavy, had, hymnsy, like keyboard, big orchestrated keyboard parts. Come to find out, he composes all that stuff.
So very much like the guy in Nightwish.
Oh, yeah.
The keyboardist.
And so all that like big orchestrated stuff, like in the song Fat, I knew it. You got to maintain. But it's really cinematic in the middle when it drops out. He composes all that stuff and does all the arrangement, keyboards, programming.
Yeah.
And I put the CD in, and it's heavy guitars. It's not a growly vocal. It's singing. It's him singing. And it's poppy and it's dancey in a way. It's still heavy and it's kind of dark, but like industrial metal was all. And again, Rammstein, I was at the radio station, get this CD, Du Hast is on it. And I'm like, I'm a death metal guy, but I'm like, this is fucking cool. And I stuck with them forever. And I followed Till similarly the same way.
Is Hypocrisy then meaning that because he changed the style of music?
Well, no, he started a totally separate band called Pain. And
I thought that was the album name, Pain.
No, it was a totally separate band. And I'm like, this is my musical hero. And a lot of people could have been like, well, we fucking Hetfield it, right? Like when Hetfield cut his hair.
Yeah.
And I wasn't, for some reason. I'm like, I'm fucking with you, man.
You weren't with Hatfield when he cut his hair?
I had my down moments, but I've always been on the train.
Okay.
And so,
because I gotta say this. I know I'm derailing you, but speaking of Hatfield, you went down to Detroit to see them, right? See Metallica live.
Yeah.
For those who don't know who Hatfield is, the singer for Metallica.
Hetfield, not Hatfield. There's no McCoys fighting him.
Sorry.
It's Hetfield.
Spell it.
Het. Het.
Oh,
Hetfield.
I always thought it was Hat.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I thought you were just fooling.
No, I actually. No fooling?
No fooling? Did you really?
Yeah.
I hear that all the time. I never picked up on it. Yeah, Hetfield.
Oh, I feel silly. All right, so you went down with Jess to see them in concert, right? You had the special VIP pass.
Oh yeah,
which included what? I love this story.
Oh well, you got
to do what?
You got to play their guitars.
You got to play.
Yeah, I got to play in a lot of other
James
Hetfield's guitar. Yeah,
before he went on stage, the one he was using that night.
No, I mean they were replicas and stuff.
It wasn't the guitar.
No,
for that night.
No. I mean, it was one similar, but
you could have made the story a lot better,
Oh yeah, probably.
Just
honesty is my only vice. So getting back to an elongated, we never talk about our actors this long. Elongated intro. So Peter Tatgren starts this band called Pain, and I think at a time when most people were, you'd see a band like Fear Factory, and I got to see them way back in the day. And I know this means nothing to you,
right?
But those of us who listen to these bands,
I don't know.
That's
anything.
The benefit of being my age, is I saw them in a teeny little club. Back in the day, I forget what year, but they were like the second band on the bill, and they were doing this dancey industrial thing, and half the audience just had their middle fingers up. And half the audience was kind of like, I think I can kind of dig this, but I don't want to say because this guy's singing with a clean voice. And I didn't love every band that did that, but because it was Peter, I'm like, fuck yeah. If he started a polka band, I'd probably be like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
I'm in.
And because just what he did and how he made the metal melodic just resonated with me.
Right.
Always. And so over the years, he keeps going with Hypocrisy and keeps getting heavier and fucking heavier. And with Pain gets even more collected and more tight. And it's just so fucking cool. So the band on stage is Pain.
In the concert.
At the concert.
That I just watched. Okay.
Right. So next build is Jonathan Olson, who is the other guitar player.
Okay.
You have Sebastian Svaland, He is the bass player, tall guy with the
funky master.
Yeah, how cool!
He getting funky on the bass.
I know. And then on the drums, Sebastian Tatgren.
Oh, is that the same one that played with Kitty? Same drummer?
No. So the drummer is Peter Tatgren's son.
I threw the line out there, and he didn't go for the bait. He just let it go right by his nose, and he said, "I'm not going for it." There's a band called Kitty that he really likes that does the, but it's all ladies. No, there was a guy on guitar, at least in the one.
Yeah,
but
spell.
He had that playing when I arrived at his house, so I had to sit through a couple of those songs before we got into the Lindemann.
Oh yeah, we should say we watched it today, and we raced right here to do this.
Yeah. We did.
How cool. So I think it's really cool that the drummer in Pain and the drummer tonight in the show you watched is Peter's son. It's his kid. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And I really, and that's the thing.
I don't know if that's good parenting, based on the content of the lyrical stuff and the stuff that was on the screen. We can't even mention it. It's so bad.
And I guess it took watching it with you to realize really how extreme and pornographic it's pretty pornographic, this one.
It is porn.
And it's in the description.
It's not your regular porn. It's not your missionary porn. It's the stuff that's in the vault.
MP, your old standard missionary porn. We call it MP at our house, Todd. Don't be crass. Honey, tonight, can we MP?
What do you call doggy?
DS. No, we're down for it.
There was no hesitation. So this is a real thing.
We call that the Snoop Dogg.
You're really honesty is your only vice.
Yeah. That's what I'm giving you. And this film is directed by Sergey Gray, and it looks like he has only maybe exclusively done projects with Till Lindemann. He's on IMDb, as is the film. But even when you just Google search him, you can't find a lot. So
okay,
I am fascinated by what it takes to film and edit these concert videos.
A lot of cameras,
yeah,
and then the editing's a nightmare.
Right.
Because you got so much footage.
So there's some of these that have really cool behind the scenes of making them. That latest the AC/DC one, for example. That came out in 2015 is awesome, and it shows you what goes into all the cameras, like you said, and the editing, and directing something like this has to be insane. I don't know.
Well, especially trying to control that guy. He's kicking over mic stands and
Didn't you feel like some of that was planned? Because the stagehands were all dressed in black.
Yeah, the little demons come out and got to fix everything.
Yeah, so that's all part of the show, I'm guessing.
Right, but. It's all part of his anger, but he literally, after each song, throws the mic down. So they have to replace the mic after every song.
Oh, I love this. This is going to be a great show, everybody. All right, so I could not find any budget or any opening. I don't think it's screened anywhere. I believe maybe some of it was put online shortly after they got it completed or something like that. And it clocks in at 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I thought that I would just kind of start by saying, and we'll try to, break it down, song by song, like scene by scene. But if I can ask you, I told you very little about this going in.
Yeah.
I said it was two of my musical heroes, idols of mine. And I have a great story about Peter Tatgren that I'll tell a little later, if there's time. But
there'll be time.
Well, maybe we can do a mini if we go long. I don't want to go long.
Right, there'll be time.
But so, what was you knew it was the singer of Rammstein, but now I realize you know less about them than I thought, and a guy that plays death metal. Your overall thoughts, having completed watching this concert video?
Yeah, wow,
this is so fun.
Okay, I'm gonna just read this. This might be the wrong time, but the heck with it. So, basically, what it showed me, it doesn't really matter what someone's into. There will be an arena of people that will follow you. So this is like the heavy, I mean, this is like, on the dark side. So the far end of the dark side, but there is an arena full of kids in Moscow, of all places, just completely into this guy. He looked like a cult leader to me. Just the way he had, just his command, the way he went around. I don't know how to describe it. And maybe it's the German accent.
Yeah, there is something very...
But there was very like me, I'm like, you don't want to go. Like you said, you want to go to his house, and it's like, no, that's a very bad idea.
Uh-oh. So I think this episode probably will end up really, again, establishing our differences psychologically, and probably reveal way more about me than I think maybe is I'm comfortable with in a way. But what the heck?
Well, no,
because I'm going to be I'll be very honest about how important this.
Yeah, I know how much you listen to
but this is literally like if you asked Ryan, what's one thing musically you would love, but that could never happen, I would say I'd want a super group with Till Lindemann and Peter Tägtgren. I mean, like, and it's one of those like million-year.
So you would want
never happen.
You would want to be the other guitar player up there.
Oh, in this band?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd kill multiple people's mothers, including my own, to be up there.
Well, it does fit with the lyrics.
Well, and that's the thing. This is interesting for you because half of the songs were in another language, in German, mostly. Yeah.
I mean, it had a very up-tempo, and then there was the orchestral part, but, extremely heavy, extremely angry. Again, it will give you heart palpitations if you play it too loud.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What did you think of the audience in general? You said that they were very excited.
Yeah, they were very, at least it's all edited, right? So the stuff that they show and the order that they edit it and stuff, but you could see the entrancement, the commitment to whatever he was given, they were taken.
But it's interesting that you got so much darkness because, I get a lot of joy. I get a lot of smiles. I get a lot of, in a place that's maybe not known for imagery, featuring a lot of smiles, but there's jumping and up and down. And it's ironic what some of these beautiful women are celebrating and jumping up and down for when some of the subject matter of the songs. And we'll get into a little bit of that, but not a ton. But we're going to be very real. Again, there is graphic content in the show.
Well, yeah, I yell back to, we can't even say it. I'm like,
I love.
Is that a pill in?
It's exactly what I wanted to hear.
And you're like, I don't think so.
I wanted to hear you say, "Is that a pill in somebody's butthole?"
Yeah.
And that's my only expectation for this experiment was to have you comment on that.
Well, it worked because I was like, so a credit to the editing, right? They were flashing snippets, and then the snippets got a little longer, and then a little wider, and then a little obvious until you saw the whole package, and you're like, yep, that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, my God.
So the show starts by establishing the VTB Arena, which is also known as Dynamo Central Stadium. And there's some interesting stuff about that. Hopefully we can get to, which I think is kind of cool.
So, and I imagine it's in Moscow. Is it probably near Red Square? Or?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't note where exactly it is, but it's got some interesting characteristics about it. At the end of 2020, a facial recognition system was installed at the stadium to keep unwanted fans out. It was also expected that biometrics will replace tickets in the future.
Wow. At this arena in Moscow.
Yeah, that was at the end of 2020.
Unwanted fans.
Unwanted fans.
How could you have unwanted fan at this?
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Interesting. Well, it does say it's used as a football stadium essentially, and it's got a capacity of 27,000 that can be adjusted up to 45,000 or down to an undisclosed number.
12. I'm going with 12.
You think that's how many people were there?
No, it can go down to 12.
Oh yeah, base capacity 12,273. Oh.
Woo!
Oh.
Oh, you feel
Ladies?
nipples are hard again.
A little independent podcast at gmail.com if you want to know a little bit more about this smart, clearly intuitive man right across from me. If you're having a bad day and you want to know if he knows about it, he knows, and he's going to do something about it.
I can help you breathe. That is something I can do.
Well, the film starts establishing the arena, which is cool. It shows kind of setup, and then we have a little... there's a huge screen behind the band, and there's a little intro film that goes on. And now I think you know by this time that was Till.
I was just going to say
the actor in this little film.
Yeah, he's walking around in public.
Describe it, but say it slow and sexy.
This man, he's walking around in public with nothing but a diaper on, sucking on his thumb.
Okay, you did it. I'm shocked you did. You don't have to do that.
Can I stop now, please?
For everybody,
Can I please stop now?
Yeah. Thanks,
okay,
man.
Thank you. So that's what it was. I think it was in black and white too. It made it look like an old timey.
It had the
the
kind of ragtimey piano music,
like an old timey feel. Like 30s or 40s or something. But
so they must have filmed that on the street somehow.
Yeah.
Because there are people, but didn't it look like the people were from the 20s, from another world?
Well, the black and white and the little white dots in the film, it just makes it look like that, I think.
But as disclosed, I've watched this a billion times.
Yeah.
It is
like every day, right?
Well, yeah, a little bit sometimes every day. And I know that borders on obsessive, but I'm also going to say something that conflicts something I said on a previous podcast. But the album that I would take on a deserted island is the first album by this band, Skills in Pills. I know I said at the time it would be that Volbeat album, the new one that came out. But when I think of...
You're allowed to upgrade because you're not on the island yet.
Yeah.
Once you're on the island, you can't...
Yeah,
you're
it
stuck.
Would be... I want the permanence of that question to work.
Yeah.
So I think it's close enough. I would say the first Lindemann album, Skills and Pills, is the one that I think comfortably listening to for eternity.
Well, mine hasn't changed.
Okay.
And just to go to the most opposite corner that you can possibly go to from this would be Cecilia's album. Yeah.
Yes.
Healing Voice.
Which you had. Do you have one of them with you? It's good stuff.
The latest one is in my backpack. Yeah.
Well, the show starts with an intro, and here we go. We have the first song, which is called "Skills and Pills." It's the
title song of the
title
album.
song of the first album. The first album is entirely sung in English, and the second album called Frauenmann is completely German.
Oh, so they.
And I don't know why.
Is that all they have is two albums?
No, yeah, it is. And they have
So they did
disbanded.
about half and half, then I would say. It seemed like half the songs were in German
probably.
and half were in
It's fascinating
English.
to figure out because I think there may be even marketing that goes. Do you think there's marketing that goes into figuring out what songs you should play? Like when bands go to another country, are they studying their radio and being like, all right, these are your popular songs. So
I don't think you get away with that with these guys, especially that guy, Tillman. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants. And fuck you. Yeah.
Well, so it starts with Skills and Pills, and so the music comes in pretty heavy, and right away, are you thinking it's going to be heavy, guitar driven, knowing it's me? What did you expect? When
I expected death metal. I actually expected the scream, the growling. I expected all of that, and I was gearing up to get through it.
Okay. Because you're not as familiar with Till Lindemann.
There was none of that
for his very bass and deep voice. And his deep timbre is his defining characteristic.
Yeah.
So I thought you knew more about Rammstein. So I thought in your head you knew a little bit about what the vocals would sound like.
No, I thought it was going to be the growling.
Okay.
I really did, and I thought it was going to be like the faster. I didn't think it was going to be the Symphony Nightwish type.
Okay. So
stuff.
The tempo. And were you pleased with what you started to hear right away once you were just like, I'm relieved this isn't death metal growling?
But I was expecting it the whole time. I thought maybe your guitar guy was going to do it. I kept waiting for it.
Oh, because I said
I kept waiting for it and waiting, and it never came.
Oh, was that distracting to you?
It It was, but I got it from
world's
Kitty.
worst hand
Kitty was
job.
doing it when I first got there, so you took care of it that way. Not that I wanted it, but I was expecting it.
We may want to edit how that all came out. So the first song.
Did I say something?
No. Just we cross swords in probably the worst way. But the first song is, I think, a pretty upbeat tune. It's pretty indicative of what they're going to be.
Yeah, I'm still trying to replay what I did wrong.
That's all right. Guess you're gonna have to listen more.
I gotta have to go back to this episode and oh God, what did I say?
No, you didn't say anything. You did great.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. It's all written all over your face. All right, back to the first song.
Yep.
Pills and thrills.
Skills and pills.
Chills and okay.
And it again, no, whatever kind of comments you want to make, but it's an upbeat tune and there's a lot of imagery going on. I think it's a fun tune.
So during that song, I have in my notes, and I can't believe this is going to come up, but they did a quick cut into the audience, and there was the Auburn version of Taylor Swift just bouncing up and down. I swear to God, it looked just like her.
Really?
Yeah, the makeup, the haircut, the Auburn version, not the blonde version.
I mean,
I wrote about a Swiftie being in the audience, which is a term you and I just learned. Swiftie.
Oh,
which is a fan of Taylor Swift.
I didn't know that.
Never, because we weren't. So
Clarice said it.
So there was a Swiftie. There was a Swiftie in the audience. Yeah, Clarice took care of that for us.
This is the kind of thing I think about. Who was in that audience? Is it just
they
were
so
children
young
of rich Russian oligarchs? And because again, very handsome crowd, very handsome fellas, very pretty ladies,
a lot of good-looking women out there for sure.
I mean, so it's good to see people having a good time, but
and
it's
then the stuff they're playing behind and what this guy is into and promoting, you're just like, well, where my mind goes is that every serial killer has a whole mob of groupies. So there you go. Whatever.
Oh boy. So that's what you're saying. Till could turn that switch.
No, if serial killers can have groupies and mobs of people, then his very
well, I mean, what
aggressive...
about the people who mob at Bono at a U2 concert? Arguably the same amount of people with the same passion. And he's singing about the military, and he's singing for more very politically.
The murder of Martin Luther King.
Yeah. So it's a similar
this
kind of
maybe
maybe passion.
About
you're saying
golden showers.
Yeah, he is. He sure is. He sure does.
You made it a point to come.
I think
to announce the title of that song when it started, just to goad me on.
So we did decide to try to tell Todd what I was going to tell him the song titles as we went through, but then it kind of stopped when. It was hard to read the back of the
it was
DVD
too dark
for us
It was too small, and
so
you got some phone calls, so I was on my own, scared in the corner.
Stuff, yeah.
Make it stop,
but
Ryan.
It does. The visuals end, and I remember being shocked. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, this video is my weird, scary, creepy uncle who's my security blanket, and it comforts me and it makes me happy and joyful. But
what about those pills?
When I saw the butthole. When I saw the butthole, I'm like, is that a butthole?
Exactly what I did.
Yeah. And that's what I was hoping you'd be like, shit, dude, what are you doing to me?
Did I just see that?
And then I was hoping you'd think, oh, that was my imagination.
Yeah, I did.
Then it comes back, and that's when you mentioned it to me, and I'm just going, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe,
with a grin on your face. Yeah.
So, it ends with a pretty dramatic release of a way to release a pill. And it goes into one of my favorite songs of theirs, which is called Lady Boy.
Oh, my God.
The second song.
Yeah, and there's no, they don't shy away from the graphics on this one either, or the lyrics.
Right.
On any song,
so
really.
So what was your concept of what that song might be?
Based on the first song, I thought it would be a she-male or something like that, and that's exactly what they were showing on the screen.
So you're thinking, in the vein of Hangover 2, Ladyboy scenario.
Yeah, he's talking about his little boy toy or something like that, and he covers everything that you could think of.
I did read in an article. I haven't read much about what these songs are about, but I did remember reading that it was in that way. It's about how he watches a lot of bisexual porn, because there's truly, anything. And that's what that is a little bit about. And not in a gross way, but he said it's much more free. He says sometimes the straight stuff. And so that's kind of the angle there, which kind of, but you had to take what the song was from based on what you can understand of his lyrics. So that was in English.
That one was in English, so you could hear a lot. You couldn't understand all of it, but you could, or at least I couldn't.
So was that a challenge for you? Were you trying to understand each word he was saying?
It went back and forth. Different times I was cued in on the lyrics, and other times I was listening to the compositional content and the musicians.
Yeah.
Because I know it sounds funny, and because it's not like just straight death metal or anything like that. It's definitely composition.
Yeah.
Lots of breaks, and so there was several of the songs that had very familiar, similar feelings and themes, choruses to them.
That makes sense.
But I think it's key to getting the audience to sing along, which they definitely were.
Yeah, and see, that's something that fascinates me. Because,
even in German, they were doing both English and German, and they're in Moscow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing.
And look at the guys in the band who are Swedish, who there's a lot of real backing vocals going on, which is why I love Ladyboy. The ahs that they're doing in the background,
right,
on disc is like a keyboard effect.
Yeah.
And so they're doubling what a lot of what Till's doing recorded, because what Peter does is on the albums, Peter Tägtgren, he writes all the music. He does he plays all the instruments. He records it all himself. He does literally all the music all himself, performs the instruments, the bass, guitar, everything, and then sends it to Till, and Till writes the lyrics and records the vocals, and then Peter does all the mixing, mastering.
Oh, so Till writes all the lyrics.
Yes, I believe so. And
for the two albums.
Yeah, and Peter is, again, an amazing producer. Has produced so many bands. So, again, the guy is infuriatingly talented.
Well, it's what genre would you say this is?
This kind of it's
industrial
industrial metal.
Okay, so he's the prince of industrial metal.
Well, no, and not really. I mean,
he's playing all the instruments. He's producing it.
He's the point of this is he should be the prince of everything. Like fucking,
he is your king.
Fucking Taylor Swift money you just talked about.
The
Taylor Swift, the kind of bullshit money he should have, and not because he probably wants it or wants the accolades. It's just I want that for him so bad. It's bullshit that she hasn't had to grind it like he has, and how many shit shows has he played as a death metal guy?
Yeah,
and even in the early Pain days, he's got to start over again in a new band. There's no grit on her. God damn it. Anyway, I said I wouldn't do this. So
Ryan is a Swiftie.
Swiftie out of that conversation. So Ladyboy, interesting imagery, and it moves into another song from the first album that I love that starts, would you say, kind of very symphonically? Did that draw you in at all? The third song called Fat?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for queuing it up. So during Fat, I was like really taken aback by they're showing videos and movies and this full screen behind the band. And this is, mind you, this is a complete gigantic stage theatrics, full lighting, this is an arena.
Could have been Michael Bolton up there.
It
could have been Green Day.
It could have been Taylor Swift.
Could have been. Yeah, this is like a major arena show.
And so the screen behind, as I'm doing it with my hand for no reason because none of you can see me.
I'm delighted.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing it for you. I'm here for you.
That's why we do
I did this for you.
Yes, you did.
Damn
I'm so glad you're here, buddy. I'm so glad you're here.
I went through that for you. I'm done. I lost it. What was it? Oh, the screen behind. So on the song Fat, I believe it was called, I was fixated on that and what they were playing behind there because I don't know, you just have to see it. It's like you didn't know what was going to come next, and it was very.
It's clearly a fetish song, and it's not shaming in any way.
Well put.
It's a fetish song, and the imagery behind it is very provocative. And Till's involved.
Well, inspired by the Queen song, right?
Fat Bottomed Girl.
Yeah.
Fat Bottomed Girls.
You make the rock and roll
yeah,
go
I mean,
round.
this is a
Maybe
natural
it
transition
started
from
you
that.
know, and then it just went kind of dark.
Yeah, and they just went with fat.
Yeah, because they can't use the same title.
And again, was it disconcerting for you to watch the people in the audience chanting and singing along? Is that where you got that cultish
yeah,
thing?
and then the age group. You know, it's like
so many different
teens and 20-somethings.
Right.
You know, I was just very surprised. Should we?
The more we're talking, the more I think I'm like hashtag totally a creep for listening to this band. The next song.
Wait, instead of not a creep, there's totally a creep. Yeah, you
I
just
don't
started
know.
a
Just
new
came
one.
out. I just
you just started a new one. You're so
like I
good
said,
at that.
This band, you know, inspires me. Again, I want to be as profound and prolific as these two awesome dudes.
Uncle Till.
The next song is the first one sung in German. It's called Frau and Mann. And why was that funny? Did I do it like walking? Frau and Mann. It's a classic.
How would Cage say it?
It's a Rammstein song called Frau and Mann.
Mova.
U, F, and M. And this one, this is a tune that I like. It's called Woman and Man. And it doesn't have any crazy, and this is the thing. It's not like all about insane imagery. This is just a banger of a song that's got a chorus that I fucking love.
Woman and Man, a banger of a song. Ryan, you are just a lyrical, a genius tonight. You are just kicking it.
It's having Hannibal back.
Hannibal,
back with
yeah.
us again.
So Hannibal's back in the studio.
Hey, buddy.
And we
He's
missed
still
him
real
last
beat up.
Yeah, we missed him last week. His arm is dangling. Somebody got a hold of him in prison.
He
and
looks
then
how
he ate them.
He looks how I feel emotionally. And
he does.
Almost physically right now. He's there. He's still trying to be menacing.
Kind
but
of
he's
sagging
real
to the
fucked up.
side a little bit as he's leaning up against the the wall.
And this is a song that there's a spot in it because the chorus is so jaunty that Till does these little things, and I get how this sounds, how I've noticed the little things that he does, and yeah, I want to like cook him breakfast and like send him off to his workday. I do. Till Lindemann, I do. If you have nobody to take care of you, I'll cook your breakfast and be like, bye, dear. Pack his fucking briefcase full of fire, you know, like he'll take his fire to work and work on new Rammstein stuff. And the newest Rammstein album is fucking brilliant. I don't know how they do it. It sounds simple, but it's not their song, and it's just, God, one of the best albums of this year.
All right. I will definitely check out a song.
Interesting. I was kind of I was going to ask you about that later.
Well, the power he had over the audience, it's very intriguing.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that all comes from being in Rammstein, right? It didn't come from them just doing 2 albums with his last name on it.
Yeah.
Because it's an arena full of people that are singing, you know, it's like, you know, I'm like, what is his background, you know? And now I understand he's in a rather large group.
Well, Till he was an Olympic swimmer.
Oh.
In the same...
Like Tarzan.
He's like Jason Statham. So yeah, the guy's fascinating. Like I said, and I don't know much about him in a way because I kind of don't want to know. I've seen him in interviews, and not like you want your heroes. Do you ever get that where you...
Yeah.
Really?
You don't want
I mean?
You don't want them to be soiled. You know, you don't want...
So you don't read anything, or you don't maybe... I mean, do you get...
No, I still do. I'm just saying you don't want that...
Yeah.
You know, you don't want that... You don't want that fascination taken away.
And I love it. And I think that he is
maybe
on...
it's the honesty about
his
it.
artistic way, because he's just fucking shit up. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care, and he doesn't hold back who he is.
I mean, he does... In the Rammstein stuff is fucking insane, and it's really... gross, and a lot of it pornographic, and it's done for shock, and I fucking respect it. I think nobody's dangerous anymore, and he's just dangerous and mysterious.
And they're
and
one of
crazy.
the biggest bands in,
and people
like
pay
Europe.
Crazy money all over. I mean, they could sell out again 3 different consecutive arenas anywhere
In the U.S.?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Wow,
I would think so. Yeah, still
okay,
because they're smart. You know,
still episode 1.
Yeah, and they're So I think
a marketing machine. That's what I am.
The next couple of songs, I think maybe the next song that you might have a note on is called "À la fraîcheur." That's the cake song.
Yeah, I did make a note on that. I said they're throwing cakes, full baked cakes, and people are and these kids are holding up signs, cake me or cake here. Yeah, and they're throwing full cakes, out of the audience, and they're trying to get hit in the face. And
the only thing I could think of is I think they filmed 2 nights, so maybe that's people who, because of social media, it happened the first night.
Yeah.
And then people were already texting like they threw cakes.
Well,
if you're going to the second show, make a sign.
Well, maybe they've done it before.
They've never played before. This was the only time they played ever.
What?
Yeah, they're not together anymore. This is the only one and only.
Well, this just takes us to a whole new level.
That's maybe ignorant. There may be other little shows or things that they've done, but as far as I know, yeah. And they're done. They're not doing any more.
Wait, not just one CD or one DVD Blu-ray, but one concert.
I thought maybe it was only one show. That may not be the case. I may be wrong, but I thought it was just this one show.
Why wouldn't they pick Germany?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, and that's why I'm probably wrong, and I should look it up. But
okay.
So in À la
fraîcheur, very limited.
Oh yeah,
and
for
sure.
You'll never see him again.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and Peter Todgren doesn't really say much about it, and he's when he asks, he says, when it worked, it worked. When it didn't, it didn't. And we could have had hundreds of songs. We had hundreds of songs.
Yeah,
it was there. We could have been the biggest band in the world, but we don't do it anymore. And that's it. And that's a cool way. That's a cool way of putting it.
So he's probably dedicated to Rammstein. Did I say it right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that could totally be.
Because using when you put your last name, it's like when David Lee Roth goes off and does his solo album, and then does 2 albums and crash and burn.
Or it's like maybe two geniuses can't occupy the same. I don't know. That sounds so stupid, but.
You didn't like I used a Van Halen reference, did you?
I think that's great.
Okay.
Eat 'em and Smile. I love that album. I associate a smell with that album for some reason, like the smell of getting that CD from the CD store. I associate with Eat 'em and Smile for some reason. So À la fraîcheur it means omnivore, and so again, it's clearly about eating, about gluttony, kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't limit himself to either meat or vegetable. He eats it all.
Yeah, and there you go. That's cool that you perceive that.
Yeah.
Knebel is a song that I love. Knebel comes out of kind of nowhere, and this is a song that I'm dying to ask about what your thoughts. That's the one that starts with just a simple acoustic guitar.
Oh. I guess during that part, I was surprised, and I like that they did it, because a lot of times you have that where you just have the singer and the guitar player, because a lot of the bands that's who most people identify with is the lead guitar and the singer, and then they do the little duet. You can name band after band that come out and sit on the stools and do the little thing. And I thought that was kind of cool that they did that. That's all I got.
Wow. All right, that could be the most undersold way of describing that song. So that's a song that I love. I think Till's vocal performance on that is unbelievable. And on the recording of it, there's a harmonized version of it, so he does a harmony with it.
Okay.
And it has this kind of almost Irish in a way, or folksy. And again, when that song kicks into high gear in the second half, because what's funny is the recording, when it kicks into that, when it stops and he kind of looks to the side.
Yeah.
On the recording, it happens immediately. Like right after a chorus, you think it's going to go slow, and it goes right into the heavy thing, which to do it live, you couldn't have done without like a crazy edit. So like Rollins doesn't love that song because that when it kicks in, it kind of scares him. And now the kids are like, now. So they try to. Yeah, it's not funny because
you play it. So what songs? You do play all the songs for your kids. You do edit some out. They haven't seen the video.
They've never seen this video.
Right, because that would be inappropriate.
They like this band. My daughter specifically really does like this band.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. # terrible parent. There's a new one.
No. I don't agree with that. This is your thing, man.
Yeah.
And I'm on the journey with you, just like you go on the like when I pick movies like The Way and stuff, you're probably like,
I'm there. Thanks,
okay,
man.
we're going to do a pilgrimage for St. James.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun, Todd. Can't wait for that one.
I look forward to all of them because all this, the more disenchanted I get with the newest Marvel thing, and I don't know if that's, and this sounds so, high level podcasty to go into like
highbrow. Oh boy, Ploy.
Not liking Marvel, but
yeah.
I am. I'm just oddly disinterested, and I'm just driven more and more
it is overdone
to indie films and a new creative way to talk about something I love, which is this. So again, so self-serving this whole episode, but it's we still have some movie tie-ins.
All of them are. When we pick our own movie, it's a bit self-serving.
Yeah.
So, but this is your jam right here.
Man.
This is it.
So Home Sweet Home, like a ballad. Would you call that one a ballad?
Yeah, it was so funny when we were banding when you said Home Sweet Home, and I'm joking with him, and I look over and I go, oh, who did it first? Motley Crue or them? Just trying to be funny, and then you like stop and you're like thinking, and you're like, what? And you're like, oh yeah, Motley Crue did that song. It's not the same song. It's not the same lyrics. Got even close. Is this the one about the cancer
His
eating
father,
the bone? And
that shocked me when, because Till's lyrics, I don't really translate them all or everything, but I usually have a basic idea, and that's kind of surprisingly heartfelt.
Yeah.
And when you think about some of the lines, like inside you eating your bones,
right?
Eyes on fire, lips in foam. Yeah, it's like wow.
And
2 more days, the end's in sight.
The slow death part.
Yeah,
which I mean, it was he obviously lived it, through with his father,
and he's very
emotive,
wrote
about it.
So he's very emotive singing it. But that the melody in that song, fucking beautiful. I think that his vocally, it's big. It's him singing. If anybody, it's like he doesn't sing; he just talks low. Yeah. I think that guy's a just unbelievably dynamic singer, 1,000%.
Well, you may be responsible for getting streamed over and over again.
He needs no help here. He's just fine.
He doesn't need you. Is all.
He's got a spare jet to give me. Like if he wanted to give away a private jet, he could
So when he
give
gives
me
us that jet, Ryan, what are we going to name our jet? People could make suggestions where?
Yeah, you could, alittleindependentpodcast @gmail.com. Yeah. Or at the Facebook page. We always love that. The next song that I really, and we talked about this ahead of time, when I was like, we fucked off with the names, but when this particular song started, because by this time you've been assaulted with some pretty graphic imagery.
Yeah, I'm already like, hugging a pillow.
Is this how you're doing right now?
I had some help. See, my arms just crossed. See, I already.
You are.
I'm in a protective mode right now because, you listen to this so much, and I don't know how you do it because it's so heavy. It's so heavy.
It's my version of pop music. Like
the
joy people get from like that catchiness of a catchy song. I think these are the most catchy songs ever. Like this is my Toto's Africa to people. This song, it just makes
this is your toe tapper.
This music makes me happy. And yes, do I think something's wrong with me? Potentially 1,000%. If this is a reflection of my security blanket is on fire and has sharp teeth everywhere and is wrapped in barbed wire and is really angry at me.
And this is a guy with a degree in, what is it, psychology?
Well, regardless, at least I didn't say irregardless.
People are loving this. People are loving it.
Regardless, I get this amazing joy because, again, this thing that I'm holding here, it shouldn't happen. Like, it shouldn't be.
Like they shouldn't have gotten
it's just
together.
So bizarre that the two, and I can see them finding each other in circles. But for me, like, we
Ryan's
never,
how
joy,
it came about, or we never even talked about that because his band is not, the guitar player's band is not nearly as big
No,
as rhymes
comparatively,
rhymes
no.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they knew each other in circles and just said, hey, we should work together. I
Maybe
think it's
Floor
as simple as
introduced
that.
them.
That could be. That could be. So the show continues, and this song "Golden Shower" starts, and I'm like, this song's called "Golden Shower," and it's pretty clear what this song's
He does
about.
mention champagne in it several times. He does use the word champagne, so it's in English.
This song, yes.
Yeah, because champagne is not an English word; it's French. But the lyrics are very, very self-serving, and he does use the C word over and over again. Just a little fair warning in this one.
It's an intense song.
And when he says it, the picture in the background is a full
This is very graphic.
40-story tall version of the word with piercings. Thank you very much.
Oh, boy.
I can't stop seeing that in my
Are you
head.
red right now? Are you red a little bit? I can't tell.
I'm damaged.
Yeah.
I'm damaged.
Is
Ryan.
this the point that you broke? Or was it the butthole? Was it right away?
It was a slow. It was a multiple break. So it was a shattering of the bone.
Was it the butthole?
Was it the pill? Yeah, you slowly break. You break a little more each time. Yeah.
So was it this? This was a lesson in endurance. You're like, Todd, I can take this. Like I know Ryan.
Yeah.
He's a fucking crazy person.
Ryan,
and he
tests
me. He tests me, and
yeah, you're my bestie, Ryan, and I'm going to sit through this for you.
I can do this.
There was a couple times I had to turn towards the breath. I will admit
okay.
That. Yeah.
Fair. Very fair. And you think this is going to kind of be a one-trick pony in a way. They veer off with Knable a little bit with the acoustic thing. And then I thought something that would delight the shit out of you is you get a little groove starting and the bass player gets some time to shine.
Yeah. So something I would never do because I'm not good with heights at all. They stand on this tiny little platform, not much bigger than their shoes, right? Just this little circle. And the thing just comes up out of the stage and just keeps going up and up in the air. And it goes way high. And then, he's playing his bass line on it. And that's what's starting the song. I'm just like, holy shit, I could never do that.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, no, right. I am not. No, 5 feet, we're done. Take this thing back down.
So these are and I have to say, visually, I'm captivated by them all. I love this kid. His name is Sebastian Svaland and Jonathan Olson, the other guy. Like, they're so interesting looking to me, and they're having a good time. And I love how they're synchronized with their headbanging. It's methodical.
Oh,
they're doing like the crunch down headbang, and it's in unison every time.
And they did marching in unison.
Yeah.
The whole thing is very choreographed.
Yeah.
So when you said they only did just a very limited amount of shows,
well,
they did a lot of rehearsing.
Oh yeah.
A lot of rehearsing
Absolutely.
for that. Yeah.
And it's it all makes it come together. And so this song starts with this funky beat, and I'm like, all right, if Todd hates life up to this point, he's going to like this bass line. And this song is called Platz Eins, and the lead, our two lead actors come out.
Yeah.
And what did you see?
In a bubble, right? Is
yeah.
that what, I thought that was really cool way to take them. So they're in the boys in the plastic bubble, and it's taking them.
Good
they're on some
reference, buddy.
Motor, yeah. Little who flies a plane, by the way. He's He's a pilot. Those of you who got that reference,
like aviation.
We're
trying to appeal to everybody here at A Little Independent.
A little independent airport.
You like aviation? Check us out. We'll get to a movie about fucking airplanes soon.
Travolta has them parked at his house.
Not fucking airplanes, but airplanes soon.
Yeah, the Mile High Club.
Wait.
Oh,
Did
boy,
you just do a Caddyshack reference?
Yeah. So the bubble is moving across the audience.
It's fun.
And that was a way for them to go right out there without being mobbed.
Yeah.
Because they were.
It's a huge.
They were desperately trying to get,
thing.
The handshakes, and they had quite a barrier between them and the stage.
Yeah.
That was guarded and fenced off because.
Well, so musically, what did you think of this departure? Like, up to this point musically, where are you at?
Yeah, it was.
Are you into any song? Can you by this point be like, I'm going to sing that later, probably in the shower.
No, but I get the beboppy poppy stuff that was there.
Ladyboy's in your head, buddy. You know
It's
it is.
not.
Ladyboy. It's
Well,
there.
to be fair, I've only heard everything once, and you've heard everything probably. How many times? This is the ultimate
It's
question.
incalculable.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's not.
You got to give me
I
a
don't know.
number. How many times have you watched this? And you can take the short ones and make it all into one. Like when you listen to just 2 songs.
Sometimes I just
Yeah, we all do that. So, give me a number and how many times you have experienced this concert.
It's so many. It is. It's a
Does
sad,
it reach
sad
1,000?
number. No. It's a sad number. It's over 100 for sure.
Okay, that's not bad. So we can't.
It may be closer to 200.
That's
Yeah.
But the stuff I listen to almost every day. I mean,
Yeah,
it would be unquantifiable. So
exactly, and it's the power of music. For me, again, this is just something that shouldn't happen. This much joy shouldn't be in my life.
Why not?
These two, it shouldn't be here. So it's like that magical, gemstone that shouldn't exist. So I'm just glad it does. That's you saying to the universe, man, like it's improbable that it would happen, but in this case it did. And imagine this. I think about this so often. That's why this is so fragile.
Yeah.
What if it sucked?
Like when you first bought it?
No. Like
you were the
what if
first
this
before
band,
you
I
first.
hear my 2 musical heroes are impossibly coming together.
Right.
It's like for you, if Jocko and Cecilia just did a project together, right? And you get so musically bonered up, like you can't wear tight clothes for months.
Wait.
You are just like, I can't. And it comes out and you're let down. I can't even tell you. Like, I
can't get my mind around Jocko and Cecilia. Jocko died in 1987. Her first album was in 1994. So I can't. I'm working with you. I'm going. I get it. I get what you're saying. My two of my heroes.
I was off a little bit.
2 of my heroes, but
just showing
the 2 of them together. I just wow.
It'd be amazing. It'd be beautiful.
It would
be something different.
Yeah.
It's Lindemann. It's beautiful and something different.
I don't know what it would sound like. You sent me off on a tangent here, a mental. Because on the first album, the bass player is slightly got a little Jocko-esque inspired because he plays on a fretless. So you could take. Oh, wait a minute. We got to come back to the show. So
Welcome back to Jock Talk with me, Ryan, and Todd.
Well, you were so close because my 2 biggest influences on the bass are Jocko and Rocco. So, and as a singer once said to me, Sacco and Taco.
Yeah. And now
making fun of me and putting me into a rage, and I hit him with my bass in the head, and he had a concussion.
Oh, suck it, that
guy.
That
was bad. See what this video did?
Yeah.
It put some beast rage.
We're here for truth. So if we're getting to something that's cool,
and
hopefully we're
out?
adding Sebastian Svall and I really hope I'm pronouncing his name right, to be honest, to your list of awesome bass players, because I love that dude. He's so captivating. He puts on these glasses and they play this disco-inspired song, and the guitar players, they've got this choreographed dance that they're doing. And it's hilarious. They're all in capes.
And they're kind of making like some disco moves in there, and it was funny.
It's a poppy song.
Yeah.
And Platz eins, it means first place. So I think it's about, not being heard in the music industry and having to do, so much to stay in first. So something like that.
Oh, or having to write poppy songs to get in first place.
Yeah, could be.
Huh.
The next song that follows is the song that I first heard by this band. So it's the first song, and it's a doozy. It's a tough one. Its title is challenging. And what did you think? You didn't know the title. I actually wasn't in the room.
Yeah, we went off script on this part. I'm past the titles now.
Yeah.
The cake throwing was the last one.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So the song that starts out with Till saying "I like to fuck" is called it's called "Praise Abort."
I need more. There was so many.
So it starts. It was right after the bubble song, and the bass player gets done. It boom.
Okay.
And then you cut right to Till going, "I like to fuck, but no French letters." And it's the song, "I hate my life, and I hate you. I hate my wife."
Yeah. That one I remember. Yeah. That was.
It's the first. That's their. When this band was announced and all that was happening. They're dropping a single, and that's the first. That's the first time I heard "My Heroes Come Together." Was that song?
And it was very. It was a very hooky chorus, if I think so on that one, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah.
But the lyrics were not, there were lyrics like, what the hell?
Yeah, the imagery in the video is...
What is wrong with you?
and when I heard that was the name of the song, I'm like, perfect. I was very uplifted. I'm like...
You were uplifted
weird.
by I Hate My Life.
No, just the name of the song, Praise Aboard. I'm like, that's what... Because it's intense and it's crazy. And it's I think that is just the perfect song. Again, the lyric content, the whole thing, it's satirical and it's horrible, but it's the most catchy song in the world to me. I don't know what it says about me, but that song, and I was so happy to hear that song.
Wow.
And the two of them, and the video was just as disturbing and upsetting as I wanted. And I'm like, this is perfect. It's the catchiest, poppiest.
Right.
Perfection.
I feel obligated now to come up with
Is there an
something.
intervention behind you?
Yeah. I feel I have to make a phone call. No, I feel obligated to come up with an episode then from me that is as revealing as, you're really pulling the curtain back, and I love this. And I think the fans do too. Because I need to find one that I need
isolate a few people.
I've got to think deeply about this.
Well, again, I said I would be very candid, and I'm being very, very candid that it does occur to me that this is perverse and dark, but I would love this music if it wasn't dark.
But there were 40,000 people jumping up and down to it, so I don't think you're alone.
Think they would like also if there wasn't as much nudity on the screen. If there were, if the fucking Care
they
Bears,
were in their 20s, they're all about it.
And I'm sure that helped. But for me, seeing, and I showed you a little bit of the CD booklets, and they're all intense and crazy.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be. That helped for me. But I wanted the music to be kick-ass.
Why do you think they chose the zombie makeup?
I don't know. Because they've had so many different iterations of things that they've done.
Yeah.
It could have been anything,
Okay.
So we get to a song like Fish On, which again, so catchy. My daughter sings along. Wanna come to me. It's so joyous, that song. I
remember, so I remember the choruses, but I don't remember. I mean, what was it actually about, that one?
Catching ladies.
Okay, so Fish On is not... not fishing.
That one is if you watch that video, that's a bizarre one.
The ladies are referred to as fish.
Yeah, it's a, I think there's quite a bit of fantasy in some
Reeling
of these
them
things.
in.
And
yeah,
but for purposes of the show, they're all in rain slickers, and then they do another little.
Oh, is that the one where they throw all the fish into the audience?
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. And then one guy was biting the head off, had it in his mouth at the end of it there.
Well, and you see, and
this is real dead fish, and they're throwing pans of them out into the audience.
But you see on stage, they seem to be interacting, and one of them is sniffing the fish, and then the other is throwing up on the other guy. So I think more went down at the show than we saw, because you see, again, I've watched this thing a billion times. Something happened because they put a fish in front of the bass
smell
player.
Smell of that could make you throw up.
I think the guitar player and the bass player are puking on Peter as he's on the ground because he's. So I think that's what happens. I don't know. Somebody could correct us. If you were at this show and you're a new listener or an older listener in Moscow or Russia, anywhere,
we do have a we do have a download in Moscow.
Let us know. And if you were at the show, I hope you saw something special, and I hope you loved it, and I hope it gave you joy, because it gives me joy. And the show ends with a song that has a very famous actor in the music video.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I missed that.
So the last song.
Really?
Yep.
How did a famous...
And you see him in on the screen. So they play, some of these songs have actual music videos.
Yeah.
Like Knabel does. Like him underwater biting that eel.
The blood coming out.
And I think, because that's in the music video, and you see that scene longer, I think that's real.
I thought the blood was CGI, but
I think it's
I don't.
100%.
I would definitely lean
because you
with
see like little bits of tissue coming out. Like
I would not question him doing that for a second.
It could be again. They've
it
probably got
real.
the money that they could do CGI that well, but I've always thought that looked real. But the last song, my son really loves that song. It's really fun and uplifting. It's called "Stand Up."
Okay,
and it is. I haven't dug into the lyrics too much, but it is kind of an uplifting song with a bit of weird perversion in it. So I think there's a darkness to that song. But Peter Stormare, the actor, is in the video, and him and Till play like doppelgangers. They play the same person.
I need more. I need a movie reference.
Oh, this is Peter Stormare. Well, he always plays a weird guy. Let's see. Okay, you've seen Minority Report with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
The creepy doctor who gives him the eye transplant.
Fuck. Really?
Is that okay?
Yeah, I can picture
Big
him.
Lebowski.
Yeah. I
could
see
go to
him.
the really obvious ones, but
No, you were scared
give
for
me the money, Lebowski.
Very cool. I didn't get that when I saw it.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. So he's definitely a Rammstein fan.
I don't know. I mean, I know Rammstein's been in tons of movies, and they're huge. I mean, the documentary that I've seen on them and their rise, like, it's funny. You see these New York producers who we took a gamble on this band, and they really did push them, but these guys worked their asses off. Like, a Rammstein show is 1,000% and more energy than any band right now probably puts in an entire tour. But it's because they can. But they ground it out, and they started with very low pro and put themselves in danger. And
so New York. Yeah, so they're American.
Well, no, I mean, but they had to get representation here and get somebody to put them on the radio and get them on MTV.
Yeah, you got it. To be
David
successful
Lynch,
in the U.S.
The Duhast video, David Lynch directed.
Nice.
So that hits and that explodes for them. It's like, but they had been, doing music and other things. Till was a drummer, before he was in Rammstein. Anyway, this is not a Rammstein podcast, but it's like
it is now.
That all this music is just uplifting and joyous to me, regardless of the content. I don't know why. Here we are.
You're going to get so many people listening to.
I'll have another podcast about my mental problems.
Or watching that, and then going,
time.
Yeah, Ryan, this is uplifting. Yeah, I feel much better. I don't. I feel like, my heart's in rhythm.
Well, you're demonstrating that this is dark stuff, and I am recognizing it is as well. So I see why.
What was? I did ask you. At one point, and it was very early on, and it might even been after the pill scene. I turn to you and I go, "Please tell me you didn't make Jess watch this."
Yeah,
and what did you tell me?
No, I did not.
You said she's seen
a few things, but she hasn't seen all of it, and she's
you
not interested. She's very scared of this band.
But she said, you said she's very scared of them.
She does not like this band, but she loves Rammstein. She's not super into hypocrisy, but she loves some pain stuff. And
oh wow,
Annette Olsen, one of the singers of Nightwish, sings on a Pain song with Peter. It's called "Follow Me," and it's the poppiest little tune you'll ever hear.
One of the three ladies that...
Yeah, the gal who's a Nightwish. The gal. There we go. Hello, my baby. The gal who was a Nightwish.
Bugs Bunny of a gal.
A few fortnights in a skippity-doo before Floor Jansen. So before Floor, there was another singer.
Yeah.
And I think Annette Olsen.
Yeah.
When she was a Nightwish, she sings on a song on a Pain song. So Jess really likes some Pain stuff. It's poppy and it's catchy. And so overall, you've seen this show. It's apparently more of an insight into my psyche than you wanted. But, what are your overall thoughts of having watched this concert film?
I did love the ending, too. So they're waiting for, they're doing the encore thing, right? They leave the stage and the crowd's, doing their thing, trying to get them to come back out. The stage is still dark. So yeah, you're like, they're coming back out because they haven't turned the house lights on. And then they have like this, at the very back behind the stage, they all come rising up. I don't know, is it maybe a 5-piece band, I would say? There might have been 6. And then they have these, like in a sci-fi movie, they have these lights coming straight down on each guy streaming. And they're all standing there very, very soldier-like, very, astute. And I'm like, what's this all about? And then I'm assuming in Russian, the Till, the lead singer in the middle there, says this very genuine, don't know what a word he said, but it was very genuine. It was very kind and like thankful to the audience.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for coming. It means a lot to us, blah, 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 blah. And that was it. It ended. They did not play an encore song.
Right.
But it was like a sci-fi film. And then and it was very respectful after I just sat through an hour and a half of all this.
It's getting disrespected all over the place.
Every possible
all of
orifice.
Your holes were disrespected, Todd. I'm so sorry.
With various,
I know you even had
various instruments.
You had to think about your own butthole today. See, that's what delights me, because and now everybody listening is probably thinking about buttholes in their own, probably more, because when you
probably
watch,
yours, they're probably thinking
they could if they wanted. If you're a freak, holla at me. If you give money to charity, I'll show you a weird picture. But you had to think of your own
We once
butthole.
watched a movie with a character named Harry Hole.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Yeah, for another podcast.
Yes. Okay.
You great people, how this get made. So I'm glad I'm so glad that you watched this, and I didn't really do it to torment you. I thought it would be a fun experiment for us to talk about in this setting, because we may, in steps, have talked about this as friends outside of this thing. And
yeah, you've mentioned
steps
this
and
concert several times, and how much you love it, and how much you listen to it, and and I'm the one that created. Oh, this is like your blankie,
Yep.
And
And
then when I saw your blankie, I said it needs to be washed, Ryan. It needs, just give it a wash.
It's just fine.
It has to stay all
sullen
stanky
as it is. Well, I think I don't have a clip, and I thought about that, and I didn't find any reviews, so I thought maybe I'd end with the story about Peter Tägtgren and how I got vaguely close to him.
So Peter Tägtgren, again, is the guitar player
that you saw in the braids, who looks like Johnny Depp. Google it; it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and he's the one that paired with the singer from
the
Ranch.
singer of this band to make Lindemann. And again, he's a musical hero of mine. And I can't say what year this was. So I was still living in Chicago just now. We're still in Chicago.
Okay. So before 2013.
Yes. So we were seeing Rob Zombie. And it was, I think, at the Aragon Ballroom, so big place. And it was a big show. It's Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
That's cool. And the Necromantics opened up, Psychobilly Band. It was an awesome night.
Wait. Psychobilly.
It's like rockabilly, but on like crazy punk rock steroids. Even darker imagery.
I've never heard of this genre.
Oh, psychobilly is the best, and the Necromantics are some of the best. And again, great.
As in necrophilia. Necromantics.
They talk about necrophilia for sure. Actually, remember that the story about me getting a second set of stitches in my eye after at my own
and your
show?
mother saying, "What is wrong with you? You have children."
The Necromantics.
No way.
Yeah. So anyway, we're at this show. It's a big show, and I like Rob Zombie. I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
But I am, I'm wearing a hypocrisy shirt. I'm wearing because I'm a death metal fan, and I'm wearing the hardcore fucking death metal shirt to this show, and fuck this, and
you're an instigator.
Not an instigator, but that's what I like to represent, and I like being the only one in the hardcore shirts at shows at the time. And so I think it was after the show, or maybe it was before. I don't know if it really matters, but we were at an event, like a little bar or something across the way. And, the L train was right there, and we can hear the L train. And there were these two very Slavic, very Viking looking men, like blonde beards. They looked like like somebody, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But it's a Rob Zombie show, so you see all kinds of metal fans and fans of music in general, and pop fans, moms. You know, that's what's cool about him. That's why
They
he's
could have
popular.
been Rob's bodyguards.
Yeah,
for all
but
you know.
they were just kind of striking, and they both looked over and said, "Hey, like your shirt, you like that band?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely. I love Hypocrisy." And we just start talking, and this is at the time I was half assuming they were hitting on my wife, and it happened all the time. But and I'm like, it's just interesting. So
and
fuck
she
yeah.
chose you.
Yeah,
See that?
Yeah. I mean, every day it's still a goddamn miracle. But so I'm used to it, and it's just fucking it's fun at this point. I'll have a good conversation, even if you're just staring at my wife.
Yeah.
We just have a good time with it. I'm not insecure, so I start talking about Hypocrisy and my love of Peter Tatgren and all this stuff, and they're just kind of overly delighted about and letting me talk.
Oh,
and
wow.
I said,
so they're just kind of like sitting back and smiling, and like they know something.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, what about you guys? And we're here from overseas, and they were kind of a little bit trying to obscure what they were doing, just a little bit obscure about why they were
not
there.
saying where they're from, just saying overseas.
And they said they were in the industry, and they were here to see Rob Zombie. We're here to see Rob Zombie. That's cool. And then we started talking about the Necromantics, and they said something about, I think it had been a long time since Hypocrisy had put an album out. I'm like, I'd love another Hypocrisy album. Yeah. And then I said, I know he's been focused on his other band Pain, and I love them too. And I'm telling these guys, I know a lot of death metal fans don't like the lighter stuff, but
I can't wait to hear who they are. Man. They're like in the band or something, or they're managers. This guy,
and I love what he does. So I love Pain too, and I'm going I get in the first album.
You don't know what Pain is.
Yeah, what do you know about Pain?
Sorry.
And I'm demonstrating. I'm puffing out my Peter Tatgren chest. And this is
I can't say that 3 times.
This is how metalheads, bond. They like try to out-knowledge each other.
Without, before they get into the fight.
So I'm just gushing, and they're encouraging me. And I remember thinking, like, these guys might not be hitting on my wife. Like, this is fun, And so it turns out that they work for King Fu Entertainment, and that, at least at the time, and I didn't have time to look it up today, they managed Peter Tatgren. Like, they managed his bands. They were his management company. Promoted him and all this stuff. And I'm like, what?
And you just fell down.
And so they said, you really mean that? And I remember specifically saying, and I don't want to, get anybody in trouble, but, you really like Pain, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And Peter's vocals, and because he's not a singer, but they're like, yeah, you like his vocals. I'm like, yeah, I think he's a great singer. I prefer his death metal stuff. But I really love the band.
Yeah.
And so, we finished our beers or whatever, and we were about to grab the train. I think it was after the show. And they asked they gave me their cards, and I gave them a business card. And I remember we exchanged cards. I was like, holy shit, King Fu Entertainment. And one of them was like the president. It was like 2 big people.
Wow.
And 3 weeks later, I get a package to my workplace from King Fu Entertainment.
So the address that was on your card.
Yeah, the address that was on my business card. And it was a card from them. It was from them. I started to geek out like it was from Peter, but Peter, like I know him. And it's a Hypocrisy t-shirt.
Oh, man.
And a Pain t-shirt. And the Pain t-shirt is just one I'd never even seen before.
You got one of each.
And just with a card like, thanks for being a fan. Like, we think it's really cool that you're a fan. And
that's good work.
I had no expectation of that. I still have those shirts to this day.
No, by those guys. And I was going to ask you, you still have them?
Hell yeah. Still wear them. And it just, that's a cool thing. In metal, that's why
you got to put them in a like they do with hockey jerseys and stuff like that.
Box.
Yeah.
But metal, it can be, although there's a lot of darkness in what you saw, and there's a lot of intense imagery, it gives positivity to so many people. And so there's a lot of negatives about the imagery, and people, will get down on it. And I don't share this stuff with my kids. Like, they don't know this imagery.
Right.
They may hear the songs and they have their own things in their minds, but it gives this just weird joy. It gives me, and it does for other people too. You know, like you said, there are a lot of good-looking Russian girls singing along the Golden Shower, and that makes me laugh a lot. Whether they knew what it was about or not, they are shaking their asses. They're rich, you know, driving 3 different Mercedes asses to Golden Shower. And that's hilarious.
Again, they use the awful C word in that, you know, over and over again. Was that the song? Yeah. Huh.
It's more about the... Okay, anyway. But, you know, here we have it. We have enabled me. You have enabled me more so. And anybody listening and supports us, my family included, enables me to talk about a movie, in my opinion, that it's a favorite of mine. But...
yeah, it replaced... so back to the... Stuck on the Deserted Island... Whichever episode that was, not too many
This
ago.
wouldn't be the movie. I wouldn't replace the movie.
No.
The
Well,
show.
you were upgrading. You told me earlier the album.
Yeah, Skills and Pills.
Skills and Pills has replaced...
has replaced the
Volbeat.
Volbeat's Servant to the Mind.
Okay, just to keep everyone updated. So when
that's
when
the
we
album
end
I'm
up on
dying
our...
with.
When we have our private jet to our private islands...
Sure.
You'll know what Ryan is if he's only allowed one
I don't know
album.
how that ever may happen, but if it does, I'm taking Lindemann Skills and Pills.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Yes. Well, thank you for indulging me in this, and thank you, listeners, for hopefully listening to some of it or a little bit and enjoying our little journey here too.
Yeah, we like to stretch on occasion, and we changed it up. We changed it up last episode as well a bit, but you know this one is full on. But it feels to me like we kept the same basic format. I mean, you much
vibes.
To your credit, yeah, you took the song list and made it a scene list, and. So hopefully it all feels familiar to you.
Took a lot of time, but diverting.
It feels familiar to me as I feel it now. It does feel familiar.
But I've got some. I've got some fun stuff coming up. I've got some. I don't want to say getting back to classics in a way, but for me, I'm always re-inspired. But I'm excited for the next stuff. Even just the stuff we've been talking about, just casually.
Yeah.
Off mic. As they
we
say.
We do, yeah. We text each other to
pretty cool, man.
Keep inspired.
Pretty cool. But thank you very much for...
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me over to your house. And
of course.
You're wonderful...
My dog bit you?
The German Shepherd
my
did
dog
not
bit
like
Todd.
me.
He doesn't. I think that's it.
He was... what's weird is, if I may say... I grew up with German Shepherds. I went through 3 of them with my grandparents. And then my dog that I had since I was 10, no, we were best of friends. And it was like half collie, half shepherd. And it was very odd that, he was doing what shepherds do. They protect their house.
Yeah, they
protect
sometimes they know about people who've done bad stuff.
Yeah. Oh, is that why he bit you?
A trainer once said that. No.
Well, he didn't actually bite me. It was a warning, like,
you're being very nice, but
like nibbles.
Yeah, anybody who stayed to the end of the episode found out that my freaking dog bit Todd. He bit you.
He didn't bite the skin.
You could have been him back. It would have been fine. And then I subjected you.
And there was a couple summers ago. He was laying his head on my lap as we watched TV.
I know. It just shows it's been too long. So anyway. I think we'll probably be back to an interesting track coming up. But thank you all for listening. And, Todd.
Yes, Ryan.
We'll always have Monty Dora.
Who are those guys? You'll love it. It's just a little independent.
Love it. It's just a little independent. You're about to say.
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're going to love it. Just a little independent.
Okay. We're tense. Yeah, we're 2 or 2. We're like we know love it. It's just a little independent. Like it's just
like I'm introducing a movie to you.
Like you're about to.
All right. Yeah.
Just a little independent.